The following is brought to you in part by System Blue. Products, events, publishing. Previously on Inside BD 360.
Ladies and gentlemen, six-star world champions from Concord, California, the Blue
God is telling us to water these parks.
It's taught me to be 100% in everything, to work my hardest all of the time, because you reap the benefits in the end. You always do.
And performing is just being out there, like you get that little nervous feeling in your belly every time before you go out there, and it's so worth it.
If you're not doing it full out, if you're not having fun, why do it?
You gotta now take your standard and put it a level higher. Your individual standard needs to be one level higher now.
So guys, I think everything last night was right, okay? And we just need to continue that for the next 2 days, okay? Everybody having fun right now?
One word for Blue Devils. Immortality.
This is about being the best drum corps that we can possibly be. 90 more! Let's go now!
The old jazz hits and all the ballad and all that other stuff, I was like, wow, this is crazy. And that was just the music.
So we were hungry from day one.
When it comes down to the end of the show, you're tired, you cannot be tired. You are just plain out running. You're running backwards, you change direction, you run forward. You have to have the energy to achieve this at the end of the show.
You know, what brought me to the Blue Devils is watching those guys play when I was a little kid going, I want to do that. I want to be the best in the world at that.
And I think we forget to just really appreciate everything that we're doing out there and, you know, vibing off each other. Have fun with it, smile.
Drum corps is also definitely an escape from reality for me. Performing lets you be someone that you're not going to be in everyday life. I'm never going to get this chance again to perform, so I just want to make sure that I do this summer right.
For most, the spring arrival to Concord marks the beginning of the 2016 season. But for a growing number of these members, drumming and performing has become a year-round thing. This is especially the case for this year's snare line.
So 5 out of the 9 snare drummers are from RCC in SoCal. So we're drumming on the drum corps off season all the time.
Riverside City College, also known as RCC, is a community college 55 miles east of LA. It is home to one of the many BD performing arts programs, the RCC Indoor Drumline.
I live right next to RCC. Basically, that's like the hangout for all the RCC guys. Every weekend, we always have a bunch of people, the whole snare line.
But you guys have a big old heart on the
inside. Yeah, big hearts on the inside.
You guys are all lovely on the inside.
I think it helps a lot with the vibe and everything, because it lets people get out of their shells a little bit and kind of get more comfortable with everybody who's in the line. And basically we just hang out, play video games, chop out.
We're chilling at the one and only Chop Chamber in beautiful Riverside, California. This is the hub.
Well, right here, this is my suitcase. As you can see, it's stuffed. Tomorrow, waking up, 8:30, pretty early, leaving, going all the way to Concord. So, should be fun.
Hey, on the 5 freeway, chilling. Listen to music, drumming a little bit, chopping out, you know.
And you can tell if we're playing this good right now, it's the end result for us is either going to be a matter of consistency or demand with a book. You know what I mean? How we do it, what we're doing, and that's this for everybody. But we're playing pretty good right now, and we have the talent to do that. So cool.
But since we already have all these guys that, like, we all play together, we only have a few guys that really just need to latch on to and just remember what we did last year in that technique. Because the 2 rookies this year are from RCC, so they already know the technique on which we're supposed to be playing. I'm feeling amazing about this season.
This is Mars, home to the Blue Devils during the pre-tour portion of their season. It is where the foundation for the summer is set.
So we are taping our sabers right now. We have a certain way that we do it here. We always put one strip against one face of the saber and then another. I know Austin's doing the bottom of his saber, which is a little bit trickier because you have to make sure it's evened out, and if you mess up you got to take off the tape and do it all over again. And then putting tape at the bottom of the saber to protect it in case you hit yourself or you puncture the ground. And then TJ is very specific about where spotter tape is. It's supposed to be measured and be balanced, and that's where we place the black spotter tape. But TJ also wants us to measure it by 9 inches, following up with 21 inches. It usually takes about no longer than 20 minutes. If you're really good at it, you'll get it done in like 15. I know just other vets. I know Olivia Hansen and Emily Nunn taught me how to tape a saber. So then we just have to teach every rookie coming in because the techs won't teach us. It's up to the vets to teach the rookies. The point of this, since we always perform at night, it's easy when you're warming up at night. You can see it against the black sky. Plus I know that that's like a Blue Devil flavor, that we always have white props, white accents to everything. But also white tape is just, it pops out. It's more standout-ish.
Well, this morning we got the closer and everyone got their parts this morning, so we all had individual time for the whole morning block. So like a good 4 hours we were just chunking through the closer, which is like about like 3 to 4 minutes long, so it's a lot of notes. So we took like the entire time until lunch to learn it.
For me personally, I just start really slow because there's a lot of crazy time signatures and metric changes and accidentals. And then once it's comfortable and I can do it, like kind of 6 or 7 times perfect, really slow, I will start to bump the tempo.
People learn in different styles, so alone time gives people like their own setting to learn how they want to learn instead of just like forcing one way upon everyone. So it's really nice to have like your own time to learn music at a pace that's comfortable for you. For me personally, when I learn music, I start with the notes first. So I check like the key signature and what notes are on the page before I apply it to the rhythm. The pedaling is just like another thing to consider when we're learning notes. It's like what phrases are connected to each other with the pedal and everything. So it's like the big picture. Usually after alone time, we get back together and then we chunk through the sections, like small sections of that piece with the entire ensemble. So just like bar by bar, breaking stuff down, making sure everything's like correct before we move on, bump up tempos.
Okay, adding in Teddy, 2, 1, 2, ready, and.
In the end, it's about what you put out and how you put it out, and not like what it took to get there, you know? So like for me personally, being able to play the music is like a big personal achievement, because like I spent so much time on it, like working on the same 11 minutes for like 3 whole months. So if I like get it down as best as I can, that's like very satisfying for me.
Scott Chandler, he always does dance blocks, and they're always so different than anything I've experienced so far in the activity, and he just makes it so awesome because, you know, he can do jazz and then he can do like a ballet combo and like mix them all together, and it's just awesome. We normally stand up and really work on like the lower body, tendus, and, you know, just really fun like hip things and like getting you into like waking up and into character for the day. And then we do across the floors, which Scott really like does crazy combinations that could be like, oh, what are we doing? But you know, you really have a fun time.
Yeah, I'm trying to do a quick version of these. So step 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
What's different for me personally is that I'm always so used to like waking up and doing the same exact thing, and that's why it's so different, is that every day it's something new, and it challenges you, but also makes you grow as a performer and as a dancer.
Here at BD, everyone has the option to either bring their own lunch or go out to eat for lunch.
Oh my gosh, food. We just got done with morning block and it's time for lunch, so everyone here usually brings their lunches. We have these microwaves over here to heat up food, and we have fridges. We got a PB&J table that is always provided every day. But everyone puts their lunches in here, so it's like chaos when break happens and everyone runs in and gets food. It's pretty unique to what we do here at Mars. And now it's time to eat some lunch.
I always rock the ham and cheese, and I have 2, one for lunch and one for dinner.
I have chips, almonds, grapes, tomatoes, and guess what? I have tomatoes.
There are some people that will go pretty creative with their meals.
And I just like walked into the vegetable area and I saw this like salad kit thing, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have salads for lunch.
Providing our own meals during all days adds a different level of trust and maturity for us as members from the staff and administration, because they trust that we're gonna, you know, put the right kind of food into our bodies.
This is where it all begins. The precedent is set and the engines begin to fire. Techniques and traditions are passed along and friendships are formed. What is to come is unknown, but these 150 Blue Devils march confidently into the challenges that lie ahead. Next week on Inside BD 360.
One of my values that I hold very dearly to me is my family, and I think that really translates to the way in which I lead. Without them at home, like, I wouldn't be able to do anything that I'm doing.
I don't know. Wait, do that again. Do that part again. Do that part again. Wait.
And I remember each time I cry, but